What's going on, gamers? It's your boy, Launchpad 1412. Excited to be back with another video. Feeling real good, feeling real relaxed. Man, we got a lot to cover. So bear with me. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to everything, but I'm gonna try to do the best I can to explain everything. So when you guys, see the team in its full form, well, at least when you see it on the field, a lot of things make sense. So let's start with the quarterback. Everybody know I have Aaron Rodgers. I got some abilities on him, of course, gunslinger, and a couple other things. I think gunslinger is almost mandatory. I think you almost have to have a gunslinger on your quarterback. Aaron Rodgers' release is already pretty quick without it, but it actually makes it better. It's kind of wild and ridiculous at times at how much a difference that these cards can make when you upgrade them and stuff. It's just, I know it's supposed to get better, but it's just like without the upgrades, it's like some of these cards don't play well at all. Like DK Metcalf, for instance, without the upgrades, he's a 96 overall and he drops everything. He literally drops everything. Like it's really ridiculous. But Aaron Rodgers, I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Really quick trigger. It's so important because of the way these guys rush and how these guys play. These guys play so ridiculously. Like this card is just it's just paramount for me right now. I tried to upgrade it, but his upgrade was 3.1 million. We're not doing that. We're not paying 3.1 million for one card. And actually, this quarterback could be end game for me. I would be just fine with this quarterback. I'm just waiting for his upgrade to go down a little bit. But if not, maybe we might get somebody else. I don't know. We might get somebody else. Who knows? But at running back, we got Jamal Charles, James White. Both of these two run pretty well. I might get another running back that's a little bit better and replace it with James White. LaDainian, he's going to be off the team pretty quickly. But then again, if he gets an upgrade, I might just keep him on the team. But he's without question the weakest link. At one point in the year, he was an absolute beast. He was a monster. I could run with him pretty well, and he did his thing. But as all the cards started upgrading, his value just started going down as far as performance-wise. And I don't even play him that much. But if you look at some of the but look at some of the gameplay that I've shown with Ultimate Team, I barely even play him. So there's that. Wide receivers, we got Cortland Sutton, 99 overall. Particularly very happy about this card. I still think DJ Metcalf is my favorite receiver because he just seems to catch everything. It almost doesn't matter who's on him. The only person that's ever shut DK Metcalf down since I've powered him up and all that was Namdi. That was it. This guy's even giving Dion fits. To be honest, I'm talking about like 99 overall corners. He isn't giving them nothing, but he's getting nothing but havoc. But of course, I got him powered up, and I got the all the specs on him, route technician and all that. So. I run different routes from everybody else. I play differently. A lot of my go-to routes are specific to a lot of the upgrades on the wide receivers, which kind of gives me an advantage. And I take full advantage. I have to because of the way everybody plays. A lot of people play, not everybody, but a lot of people play so nutty. It's so crazy. I have to make adjustments. The thing of it is, you can have the greatest team of all time. You have the greatest team, but if you don't make the proper adjustments in game, it's not going to matter. It's really not going to matter a lot because I've beaten teams. I've had a 94 overall team for a long time, 93, 94, and I'm at 96 now. But you guys saw all those teams I was beating with all those 99 overall teams, cards, and all that. You do have to have this game. The game is wacky, but you do have to have some type of a scheme. You're just not going to go winning all willy nilly. Cortland Sutton. Let's see if we can take a look at his card real quick. I'm the best receiver on the team now. Definitely the best receiver on the team now. DK, he held it down for a long time, but this card right here, man, it's just monstrous. 96 speed. I think it's actually got like a 97, 98 speed now with the upgrades. Just an absolute beast. 99 catch, all that. He just 99, almost 99 everything. Almost. That's important for a wide receiver. You guys already know about Metcalf. I don't really got to talk about him. He's an absolute monster. He catches pretty much everything. It's very rare that he drops a pass. When he drops a pass, I get really shocked. Tyler Lockett. He's the card that is the most likely to drop a pass on the team. I'm not really sure why. I guess because he's smaller, but of course he's more of a deep threat, and he's perfect in the slot for what I do. When I really need to play and I need somebody to just beat somebody off the dribble, I'm kidding, beat somebody and like get like a step on him. He's the guy I go to, and he's serious in the deep. Like as far as deep bars, if you don't guard him properly, he can be a nightmare. The offensive line. Let me see this. I got all kinds of things on this defensive line, offensive line. I don't know if it really matters. I really don't know. It's hard to tell. But two things that you guys might want to keep note of is that this left guard, I can't pronounce his name for nothing. He's definitely gonna be going soon, and I'm gonna try to get an upgrade to Lincoln because he's pretty good. But if I can get his upgrade, that'd be awesome. So these are two adjustments we plan on making in the future. But everybody else for now, not in game. I don't think any of these cards are in game, with the exception of maybe Aaron Rodgers. But potentially, some of these offensive linemen can be in game because they pretty much is almost 9-9 everything. I don't think you have to keep switching your offensive line that much unless you just got some extra coinage. I just don't really know. It's hard to tell. Like if it's like not like a 97 versus like an 84, then that's of course you can tell that that's 13 ticks higher. But without that, it's a little bit hard to tell. The difference between the offensive linemen because the offensive linemen I just had were like 89s and 88s, and they wasn't doing that bad. Don't get me wrong. Versus certain players, they didn't play well, but for the most part, they didn't do that bad. Got Jermichael Finley, man. I really wanted to get Jeremy Shockey, but he just cost way too much. Oh yeah, by the way, this team actually cost about $2 to $3 million. $3 million change up because I had $4 million out there, believe it or not. I told you guys I was saving and I was going to get this team together, and surprise you guys. Well, surprise. and I was going to get Shockey because I loved how his 92 overall played. That was with no abilities. He caught everything with no abilities, but his price was just too much. It saddened me for a second because I really wanted that 99 overall Jeremy Shockey. But this guy right here is actually a little bit faster, and he catches pretty much everything. He doesn't drop a lot of balls, but he catches a lot of passes. He's really, really good. He stretches the floor like crazy. I mean, this team is built pretty much on a pass because you can even pass to Jamal Charles, who catches it very well. Jamal Charles, with the way this game is, because he's like the perfect slender. Because when you got to slide through the defensive offensive line, some of these running backs are too big. I just think you got to get a slender like him and James White. You got to get a slender running back, at least one. You can have some power backs, for certain plays, but I think this is the year of the slender running back. Like LaDainian Thompson, he might just be too bulky. he's too bulky to get past the defense and offensive line when you're trying to get through the holes, man. It can be difficult. And at fullback, we got Derek White. I haven't upgraded the fullback position because I don't use it that much. He's pretty sound. He's pretty sound for what I need him to do. But that will get an upgrade eventually. Defense. Let's see what we got here. Now, I know one of the things you're gonna know is there's a couple 99s in the building. I'm not sure why Jamal Adams didn't go to a 99, but I'll see. I'll look at that a little bit deeper later on. But I think of the two things I want to address is the right and the outside linebacker. I haven't upgraded these guys yet because these guys play really well. Specifically, Lance Briggs. He plays. I don't have no abilities on him either, and he plays excellent. These two do what I really need them to do, and that's tackle. They get there. Sometimes my right outside linebacker doesn't get a lot of time. I guess it's because of the way I set my defense up. For some reason, he doesn't get a lot of time. I can't really quite explain why, but these two middle linebackers, whoo, this boy Sam Mills, he's crazy. This might be the craziest card in the game, and I'm gonna tell you why he's probably the craziest card in the game. His play recognition is off the chain. Like, if you're running the ball and he's coming, man, just kiss the baby. Just kiss the baby, man, because he's gonna tackle you, and you're not getting away. It's just ain't nothing you can do, man. You ain't getting away. I mean, this guy, he's a beast. Jamal Adams, you gotta know about Jamal Adams. I gotta say nothing about him. He's got like 1,000,000 interceptions for me. He was there when my team wasn't that good, so I really don't gotta say nothing about him. B Dog, right? 99 overall. B Dog. I'll never forget that game when he was playing against the Saints in the playoffs, and he went Wolverine on Reggie Bush. Every time I see him, I think about that. If you remember that in the comment section, let me know that you remember that, because that was an awesome play. He's everywhere, man. He has a high play record as well. That I can tell about his game. And this is just me doing the eye test. I don't use a free safety a lot, so I kind of just got to do the eye test. Glover Quinn was good. He just was a little slow. If he wasn't so slow, I probably would have just kept him there, because he did play well. And he was there where I needed to be, but he was always a step short. And that's where Brian Dawkins kind of makes up for it. He's usually never a step late, usually. He's going to get beat sometime, because, none of these cards are perfect cards, but, for the most part, I look at what you do for the most part. Now, down bottom here, we still have Chris Jones, who I've had for a long time, but I just kept upgrading him. That's why he's at 97. I've always just had his card. I think I had his card last year. I don't know what it is. I just keep getting lucky and getting Chris Jones upgrades early in the game, and I just upgrade him whenever he's usually a cheap card to upgrade usually. That's why he's usually my highest overall for a long period of time, in case you was wondering, because I just get lucky and get him early. Kenny Clark does well for me. He does what he need to do, stuffs the middle, and he's usually around the ball somewhere. Like, he's usually like, if he's not making the tackle, he's in the circumference of the tackle when it comes in between. When it comes to where I need him to be, it's just nice to just have him around. But I'm going to upgrade that position. But these two do so well. I really don't need to upgrade Chris Jones, really. But, until he gets another upgrade, then we'll talk about it then. But these two do so well. I'm like, I'll just leave it alone. If it ain't broke, sometimes you know what, you don't need to fix it. Brian Burns, he does well. I had Dwight Freeney there, but Brian Burns is a little bit faster. And Dwight Freeney, he kind of timed out after a while. Kind of the same thing with LaDainian. Like, at one point, he was a beast. But now, he rarely ever gets a sack. He rarely ever gets a sack or a tackle. Even though he had a high awareness, there was one point where he was getting like 3 sacks a game. And it was so pivotal. Now, Brian Burns is doing that. Even though I hear the power move is more powerful this year than the finesse move. But he has a high finesse move for some reason. He finds a way to get around it. I don't know if it's because I got edge threat on him, but I got edge threat on him and Hunter. Hunter, his situation is just different. I'm not quite sure how he gets to the backfield so quick. I haven't really been paying attention, but it seems like every time I look up, he's back there. He's disrupting something. He's an animal. I'm gonna have gameplay with this team soon. I felt like it was appropriate to give you guys a video like this, and I just thought it would be fun to do, just to kind of like show you guys all my upgrades and just explain everything. I think this is fun to do, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it. At cornerback, we got Xavier Rhodes, number 1. I kind of just got him, so I don't really know what he does, but I put a bunch of stuff on him, so hopefully he does something. Xavier Howard held it down for a long time. His awareness at times, was scary. Don't get me wrong. If you did something stupid, he's going to pick you off. I'm going to tell you that right now. He'll pick you off. Any of those tip passes or some type of wacky thing happen, you misread a route and you overthrow it or something, he's picking you off. But when it came to the straight coverage one-on-one, at times it just seemed like he got lackadaisical. But we still got him at number 2 because he does a good job of intercepting the ball. Now, Tyrell at 3, probably the most potential on the team. He just seems to. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what kind of mechanics EA does sometimes with these corners, but when he's on this game, he picks you off. He's like no. There's times when he's going to play the best out of my 3 corners. He's just that good. He's going to have games where he plays the best, and that's why I keep him on the team. And this is a free card right here. We got the solo challenge, those crazy solo challenges that everybody kept saying not to do. I did them because I'm the solo challenge king. Deion Sanders at 5 doesn't get a lot of burn, but not bad. Every now and then he makes a play when I put him in there. There are certain formations where I put him in and he does make a play. Every now and then. I kind of use him when he's in, because he is kind of fast, but you know, it's not really. He's not really like a big deal to fully explain. I was actually gonna get the Dion, but he had a card that was like 600K. I said no, we're not doing that. I almost had that JJ Watt. I had the 98, but I sold it because his 94 overall card or something like that, it was 600K. I'm like, man, I can't do that, man. Like, my goodness. But yeah, this is the specialties right here. I might even change that power. I mean, I kind of want to change it to because he's just the boy of Danny. He's just too slow. Like I can't like. I love the Danny. I think he was an absolute monster when he played, but he's just a little bit too slow. Yeah, all this looks right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. This is your boy Launchpad 1412, and I'm out.